Do you really need a business plan to start a new business? The too long, didn't read version is no. You don't need a business plan to start a new business. That is my take on it. If you want to go into more details, please watch the rest of this video. When I first started my first business, I imagined you have to have everything planned out in advance. Every financial statement, every investment, every expense you're going to make, how you're going to grow the business. And I thought you need like a thorough business plan before you even start. As I matured and started learning more about business and life in general, I realized the truth, which is you don't need a business plan. It's a big waste of time. If you ask me now, I would not recommend wasting time on creating business plans and similar documents that in the real world actually means nothing. Don't get me wrong, I want you to have a plan, but you don't need to spend 20 hours creating a 15-page document that shows financial forecasts and go-to-market strategies and all that stuff, when in reality it doesn't really matter. All you really need is to solve a problem and execution. That is everything you need. Execution is everything. Remember that. If you recognize a problem in some area of life and you think you can create a solution or solve that problem, I would say create the solution as quickly as possible and get it in front of as much people as possible related to the problem you are solving, related to the problem that you are trying to offer your solution to, and see how they react. If they love it, then use it, keep pushing forward, keep going, throw more money on it and develop the idea even more. Start selling, keep pushing. That's really all you need. If you solve an actual problem for people and they like it, they will buy from you and you can grow from that. I see too many young entrepreneurs going to consultants and paying them a lot of money, and all these people say is that you need a massive plan and you waste time, and they tell them you have to think about every little detail of how the business will look like in 5 or 10 years from now and how the money will be spent and all that stuff and whatnot and whatever. In reality, you need to sell something. That is all you need. Remember that. All you need is to solve a problem and sell it. In today's world, it is very easy to start a business, especially as an online business. 25 years ago or even further, it was much harder. You needed capital, you needed physical shops and stuff like that. In today's world, every kid with a smartphone or a laptop and a few $100 or sometimes even less can start a business, can start an online business. And the quickest way you can actually validate your idea, the better you will be, right? If your idea sucks, then nobody wants to use it. That's awesome. That's great. You should know that right away, as quickly as possible, before you spend a lot of money and a lot of your time on business plans and branding and all that other stuff. You should know as quickly as possible if your idea is validated and if people want to use it. I actually talk about it in much more detail in the latest video I created about the best strategy for success, which is failing forward. You can check that video right here, I think. Click on it, watch it. It provides great value. So my advice to you as a young entrepreneur looking to start a business is solve a problem. It doesn't have to be a huge problem like world peace or curing some kind of a disease. I mean, that will be awesome. If you can do that, do it. But it doesn't have to be. I remind you that Instagram is a photo sharing app with cool filters and not much further, at least when they first started out. And Google was certainly not the first search engine online, but they just did it better. Now, having said all that, there are a few exceptions when I believe you really do need a business plan, or a business plan can really help you. And these are specific events, and we're going to go over them right now. So number one, when you want to raise money, I believe if you have a good idea and you want to pitch it to investors, yes, you need to present a business plan. That is just what I think. You need to show them why they want to invest their money, hard-earned money with you. What are you going to do with the money? How much are you going to earn, right? So a business plan can actually work in your favor in this situation. More specifically, if your idea is not something that you can build cheaply and cost effectively, right? If your idea is something that will require a lot of upfront expenses that you don't have, going to investors is a great idea, and pitching them on a business plan that shows how the money is going to be used is a good idea, and I can recommend that. Number two, when you bring on a business partner. So very similar to trying to get investors. When you want to bring in a partner, usually you want to sell your idea, you want to sell the business idea to that partner, so he will think it's a good idea to go along on the ride. So how do you do that if you have nothing at the moment? Well, you can show him your plan. This doesn't have to be like a really thorough and deep business plan. It could be more of a plan, and just showing him what you solve, what you can do, what do you want to develop, how are you going to sell it, stuff like that. How much are you expected to earn, and all that other stuff. What is the market? Where is the market? How are you going to do the marketing and all that stuff? And that way you can sell the idea to that business partner, and if he believes in you and your business, he can decide for himself if he wants to come join. Number three, business plans can act as a guide. This is not really talking about a business plan, but more of a plan. But still, having a plan is a good idea. When I say you don't need a business plan to start a new business, I don't mean you don't need a plan. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know where you're going. You need to know what are the next steps, where are you going to be a month from now, but you don't need to spend a whole lot of time on that. You can do a plan in 20 minutes with your laptop, thinking about, you already know what your idea is. You can figure out pretty easily if someone wants to use it. Specifically, if it's an online business, it's just extremely simple to start, but you need to have a plan. You don't have to have a business plan like many other people think. Also, writing your plan, writing it down physically on a piece of paper with a pen is recommended, because it will get more deep into your mind. It will act as your guide, the entrepreneur, and it will help you get the ideas out of your head and execute. Here are a few companies that actually made it big and didn't start with a business plan. I think you're going to recognize a few of the names I'm going to provide right here. So the first one is Google. Google didn't start with a business plan. Everybody knows Google. They took over the internet. Yahoo, same thing. They didn't start with a business plan. Apple computers, Apple with the iPhone and everything else that we all know and love. It didn't start with a business plan. Facebook, General Electric, Disney, Pepsi, Nike, Cisco, Walmart, and a lot of other companies. Actually, if you ask me, that is just a few of them. What's the point? The point is that you need to have a plan. You do need to spend some time planning your business out, but you don't have to go the traditional route with business plan and creating it like you're supposed to. Like, you think it should look like. Have a plan, have a simple plan, solve a problem, create a solution, execute. Execution is everything. That's what I think about it. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the latest videos. I try and publish every week. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.